Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager. We're on episode 14. Following her very first World Tour level tournament, at least since signing with us, and tournament victory, albeit at the lowest level, Kostenseva jumps almost 80 spots in the rankings, now 986th. This time, though, she's going to be in the most prestigious of levels in junior tournaments as we head to Berlin. First round against the 45th ranked junior opponent, 6-1, 6-0. Second round against the 54th ranked opponent, who actually gave us a run for our money, 0-6 in the first set, but then coming back in tight second and third sets, 6-4, 6-4. Just squeezing our way through on this one. 51 winners, but 37 unforced errors. Not a good day. Third round against the 42nd ranked opponent, much better day. Much better showing, 6-3, 6-1. No double faults, only 11 unforced errors. Gets through fairly comfortably. Seeing her way now into the semifinal, the 1 seed, Fritfritova, who we almost beat in that Grand Slam final, who is now number 1, or at least number 2 in the junior rankings. She was number 1 a week ago. Following that tournament, she's slipped right back down. Well, anyway, we are up against the 4 seed, ranked 13th. Difficult matchup for this semifinal, and would be a difficult matchup for the final as well. 2-1 head-to-head. 3-7-6 with a tiebreaker in that one. 43 winners to 32. 22 unforced errors is not good, but not as bad as the opponent who had 27. 2 aces, no double faults. 55% points won. Feels closer than it actually was. And that'll see the rematch with Fritfritova. Payout for this is $7,000. It's okay if we don't win here. It'll pay out decently well for us either way. 5-7, 6-1, 6-0. We get a revenge against Fritfritova, actually, who had gotten her revenge against us. Before signing her, she had beat Fritfritova 3-3. That made it 3-4. Now it's 4-5. So 80% win rate head to head. 56% points won. 4 double faults, only a couple aces, but 41 winners to 19 is the major advantage. Unforced errors did not go our way, but those total winners were enough to carry the day and see her through to win the tournament. And finally, we start to see the fruits of our labor with that 59% return by signing Kostenseva. This tournament pays out $4,129, now making her actually helping us turn a profit as well, and not just Anne. And that sees the month of June with that Grand Slam run that Anne had earlier, $59,000 against the $16,000 spending. So that's a very profitable month. We're at $7,500 over the mark we need to be, but we're about to have the turn of the month. That's going to cost us another $16,000. So I want to kind of see the turnaround, make sure we're still over 270. We're actually very, very close to that mark now, but we'll give it that another week or so before we make our next upgrade. And in back-to-back weeks, we enter another top junior level tournament, this time in Nottingham. Second seed as Fritfritova is once again here, so we'll see how deep we get into this one. We open against the 16 seed, ranked 28th overall. And we have a little bit of a difficult path going forward. I mean, there's some good players along the way. First round's comfortable, though, at 6-3, 6-0. Second round sees us up against Adrieva again. We've already beat her 3 times head-to-head, 6-3, 6-4. Quarterfinal against the 7 seed, ranked 14th, 6-3, 6-2. She's having a wonderful run here lately. A whole lot of wins. Even after the turn of the month and the deficit that we take, we're still over 270,000. So before we even proceed any further, finances are secure enough. Let's go ahead and head over to our academy and infrastructure, and let's commit the bulk of our funds to upgrading the business center, which I believe is going to put us at 17,000. So 17,000 per month. That's going to now turn us profitable. But of course, we are just 4 days from our sports center upgrade, which is going to allow a third athlete, which is going to put us in a position to have probably 1 or 2 more coaches on staff, and that means we're going to actually further increase our spending per month. It's going to put us off a little bit for the next 6 months, but we'll just about have staff covered off at least 6 months from now anyway. Fridfritova has made it through to the final. That's who we stand to face off against, and we actually have our easiest match of the entire tournament here in the semifinal, at least in terms of rankings. 6-3, 6-3 will see us rematch yet again with Fridfritova. And even though we beat Fridfritova last time out, the prestige of the tournament saw us rise in rank to number 7, but it also saw Fridfritova reclaim the number 1 seed. But again, 80% of the matches head-to-head have gone our way. Can we keep up the momentum? Oh, just barely. 6-3, 3-6, 6-4, 51% on points won, 13 aces for Fridfritova, but also reckless, 7 double faults for her, 49 total winners to 36. Unforced errors, not great, 29, but also 22 for Fridfritova. Big thing here was, I think, the total winners. I mean, plus 13 on that seemed to be the edge that we needed. And by winning back-to-back high-level junior tournaments, again, 4,000 for Kostenseva, and beating Fridfritova back-to-back times, we're going to see her junior rank climb even higher, and she is absolutely a contender going forward for Grand Slams at the junior level. Third straight week, top junior level tournament. Fridfritova again here, again the 1 seed, and we again enter this one as the 2 seed. Strange that we have adopted the same schedule 3 weeks in a row, but here we are, and we will have another go and see if we can't make it 3 in a row. And that Sports Center has now hit level 3. The next upgrade is nearly $500,000. It's going to be a while before we take that up. I have a feeling I'm going to stick with 3 for a while. We'll focus on the business center. We'll get that to level 4 definitely before we push the sports center, and definitely before we go after the youth and scouting or medical centers, which aren't going to play as big of a role for us. But the continued development nearly to 1.5 tennis balls now. And with, the 5 months, I think when it comes, that'll actually hit that first 1.5. So we'll have picked up by a half a ball. Yay us. Now that we do have the option to hire a third athlete to the squad, go ahead and take a look in the scouting department. Pierre is somebody who we've been scouting for a while. We're nearly done with the evaluation, but I think I've seen enough. We don't need to see more. At best, she's 3-star potential, and it looks like it's really a bit lower. So we're going to go ahead and cancel the evaluation on this one, which is going to allow us to get into the next sooner rather than later. And the 2 that we have going right now, there is some potential, and one of them anyway, we're going to hit that 50% mark pretty soon. And that potential could be all over the place, but right now it's still looking like it may end up being minimal, as we haven't secured anything more than the 1-star that you have kind of guaranteed from anyone, everyone. And current level is certainly low, but at age 14, that's to be expected. It's about the potential, but as the potential has dropped off at least the top half-star, I don't have high expectations on this one, which means Katrina Scout, who, like Kostenseva, has same rating potential, is likely to be targeted probably in just a few weeks from now. We're going to pick up with the quarterfinal of the junior tournament for Kostenseva up against the 9 seed Adrieva. Again and again, we're seeing the same players. We beat her for a 5th straight time, and that'll see us into the semifinal. And with a decent showing at Wimbledon, $38K is the payout on that one, as she got through a couple of rounds and at least got into the round of 32. So not a bad showing on that one, and that earns a decent payday for us. Obviously makes it a profitable month outside of the $270K that we spent on the upgrade, already bringing us up approaching 50,000 for the month and getting us back into a safe balance point going forward, where we don't have to worry about dropping below 0 anytime soon. After winning a bit closer contest in the semifinal, we see again Kostenseva, another final, 3rd straight. For Fatova, though, finally losing out before reaching the final. Somebody else is able to beat her this time, and we go up against the 8 seed. Head-to-head split in the 2 matches they've played. 18-year-old now, so she's just about to leave the junior ranks. And she's going to leave with a tournament victory on this one, though, as she gets the upset both on Frifretova and on Kostenseva. We lose 3-6, 4-6. First loss in a little while. Only the final of the Junior Grand Slam has been a loss for us. So, bit of a surprise on that one, but you're not going to win them all. And her long run of wins, of victories, does finally come to an end. But it's in the final, so she did well. And it's still going to be a good showing overall as this season progresses. And it's time for our Wimbledon Junior Grand Slam. 4 seed, now ranked 6th. We continue to move our way up slowly but surely in the junior rankings. Definitely going to, probably next season, just focus solely on senior tournaments. But for now, we'll get the tournament at this level and see what she can do. Prize money a bit higher for this one, so we'll see how this pays out. This has already been a good start to July. And as a 4 seed, I see a path that it will at least see us into the round of 8, potentially. Can she quickly knock that out? 6-0, 6-0 in the first match. Next round against Rachel Gallus, who we've already gone up against and won 3 out of 4 times. Beat the American again, 6-2, 6-1. Another winnable match here in the round of 16 against, I believe, the 20 seed. Decent player, but ranked 25th overall. We've never played each other. She's only done 2 matches on grass in the last year, as in this tournament. Holy cow, that was close. 7-5, 6-7, 7-5, 53% of points won, but that was a very tight contest. 84 winners in this one, 33 on forced errors, but the advantage was definitely in the winners. That was enough to carry us into the quarterfinal, but I'm assuming that's also going to leave us pretty tired going into this match. It's the very next day, and after going deep in 3 sets, you figure there's going to be a lot of fatigue. Meanwhile, Cesra wins via forfeit. However, she was also deep into a 3rd set when that forfeit took place. There was at least 5 games played in that 3rd set, and so she's also going to be just as tired. So as much as I was worried about the fatigue part, that is now offset. But we're up against a difficult opponent. We've only played them once. We did beat them. 18-year-old, so also about to expire on her youth rankings. 6-1, 6-4. We do come out on top with 40 winners to 16. Unforced errors almost level. Pretty comfortable, actually. Frifretova has played her way into yet another final. We see ourselves in a semifinal for this one, so we've already got a good position. It's going to help with our ranking. But we are up against the 2 seed, who we've not seen yet. Montgomery has beat us both times previous. Of course, we haven't seen her since signing Kostenseva, but has beaten her on 2 previous occasions. 17-year-old in this one. The offensive baseline play has been good for us. Let's see what happens. I don't know if we'll get past this one. She has not played in quite a few weeks. I don't know if she was injured or what happened there, but we come out on top after losing the opening set 3-6. We go 6-2, 6-0 in sets 2 and 3. Only 2 double faults where the opponent made a lot more mistakes. 41 winners to 20. There's your advantage. Unforced errors almost identical. Into the final, and it's yet another match against Frifretova, who beat us last time we were in a Grand Slam head-to-head. This time, can we come out on top? We've beat her every other time that we have gone neck and neck. 5-1. It's a difficult streak to keep going against somebody who is supposedly good enough to be the number 1 rank. And we do it. 6-4, 7-6. That is a Grand Slam Junior Grand Slam victory at Wimbledon. 55 winners to 28. Unforced errors was not good for us, but she was just too good in the end. Payout for this one, 12,000 with the junior title. Fantastic there. And I think that now confirms my intention going forward. We'll finish this season out competing at the junior level, but next season I have every intention of competing at the senior level regularly, regardless of Kostenseva's age. We just want to compete at a higher level on a regular basis and see what we can do in the World Tour ranks. That now brings us to profit of $63,000 for the month of July, and still a couple of weeks yet to go. So really, really quick rebound on spending all but the last few $1,000s that we had in the bank. That's already back to a healthy balance. And as we come to the end of this part of the season, her ranking has gone from 9th up to 6th. She scored 1,800 points. What a phenomenal part to the season. Doubled the income from the previous season. And that was just 4 tournaments played. And she won 20 out of the 21 matches. What a run. What a run. Really excited by this one. She's been fun to watch. But of course, this is all junior level or just cracking rookie level at World Tour. So we still have a lot of challenging times ahead of us. She is not dominant in any way, and we haven't seen her progress much over the last few weeks as she's been focused on all of these tournaments. So at some point we do need to back off a little bit. World Tour ranking wise, she moved up a bit from where she was. She won 10 points where she had nothing previously. Small payout for that small tournament, but she did win it, and so good little stretch there. And meanwhile moves up 2 more spots in the rankings, 35th now. She only played 3 tournaments and won 4 out of 7 times, so it wasn't exactly a great showing. However, if we're honest with ourselves, if we think about where she was this time a year ago, 57% win rate is not bad. All right, folks, we're going to wrap this one up a little bit early today as we finished that season. Really, really happy with the results. And steady as ever, kind of right where she normally is, wins more than she loses, but hasn't been winning any tournaments since we moved over to Kostenseva. But then, meanwhile, Kostenseva absolutely tearing it up in the junior ranks. Could and should be seeing a number 1 ranking at that level potentially before the end of the season. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I had no idea because we have not seen her anywhere. But Kostenseva, who is now 6th in the rankings, 2,385 points, just getting into that 6th spot. 31 tournaments played. I mean, that's a lot, but she has points that are going to drop away, so she's going to have to continue to perform to see that rise. Meanwhile, though, for Fritova, right, who moved into that number 1 seed, who did she surpass? Katrina Scout. Katrina Scout, the very person we've been targeting most likely, is right there. Corey Goff was the other one that I had looked at. Corey Goff is who I would really like to sign, and maybe we can have a look at Corey Goff again, right? Maybe now she's willing to sign where she wasn't before because we've potentially raised our profile. Our infrastructure is definitely better. So I think it's time to make a move. Just looking at the rankings, who's been the best youth players? Well, we see how good Kostenseva has been and how that's working out for us. Goff, we've already seen, is both better and higher potential. While wasn't willing, Katrina Scout was the one we were going, okay, that's the other one to get after. And there they both are. In the top 3 of the rankings. I think it's going to be an easy choice now. We're not going to continue scouting any further. We're going to have a look at those. But we're going to do that at the beginning of next episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.